Welcome back to Behind the Walls. I'm Jason with JB13 Inc. Today we're going to go over how to lay out some wall framing or interior framing. To watch the entire series, click on the link below. Okay, so I got Dave with me today. He's my lead guy on running our crews. He has a lot to do with what goes behind the scenes when you guys see these awesome projects we get done. He's got a lot to do with it. So typically on framing, now we just built this as a subfloor. It's not true subfloor, but it's just kind of how we're not going to put it into this concrete, so we would have something to attach it to. You got a bottom plate and you got a top plate, and you lay out your studs 16 on center. We're going to go over that. Now, on a subfloor house construction, you can use non-pressure treated lumber. On concrete, you always have to use pressure treated lumber on the concrete. You just have, it's just when it's code. So we're going to go over on 16 on center and kind of show you what this is all about. So if we get the camera kind of looking down over here, we'll kind of show you. On your tape measure here, you got the 16s on center are marked out in red. Usually highlighted red, blue, whatever your tape measure has. Now, as you know, a true 2x4 is actually 3.5 by 1.5. So if you take and mark 1.5 right there, this will be your first stud. So when you go to 16 on center, 1.5 inches divided by 2 is 3/4 of an inch on each side. So you want to take 3/4 of an inch on each side of your 16 on center. That gives you your next stud. So that's a perfect 1.5 inches, perfect 1.5 inches. And then we follow this all the way down, 32, 48, 64, and so on. Now, a good way to calculate how many studs you will need on a wall length. So let's say you have an 8-foot wall. You times that by 12, then you divide it by 16. That 16 is your on center, but then you add 1 because you always have your end. So take your feet, times it by your inch, 12 inches, divide it by 16, add 1 stud will give you your wall. That's not including your cross-section walls or anything like that. That's just for the wall framing itself. So we're going to lay this out. Stay tuned and we're going to get into some framing.